In the first Guardians, when they made him into a little sapling, it annoyed me because I liked adult Groot. Adult Groot was cute.
I'm sure we'll get adult Groot in Guardians 3, which comes out in 2020.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of a few things. Like I said, once one story kind of got going and you're like, oh, what's going to happen next? They're going to kill Thanos. And then we cut to another group of people. And then you kind of forget, like, oh, what was Thor doing again? Oh, yeah, he has to do this. And, you know, just because so much was going on, it was hard to keep track of what everyone was doing. And I wish it stayed on one thing for a little longer. But all in all, the fact that they had to juggle 25, 30 characters, I think the directors, the Russo brothers, did a phenomenal job of, you know, letting each person kind of have their moment to shine. Some characters I just don't care for. I didn't care for the Vision. I didn't care about his story at all. So I didn't care what happened to him.
Like right there, that's a character that, looking at him now, that's just like he's completely out of character in a lot of things that he's doing. And they tried to justify it with, oh, there's something going on. There's something going on and he's changing. Why? Why would he change now? Now he changes? I don't understand. Yeah. And also, I'm going to say this too, which this isn't spoilery, but they made the Infinity Stones, they made them like have their own persona, kind of like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings. They almost made it sound like Vision was like, the stone. Like, what do you mean the stone? It's a stone. You're telling me now it has a voice? Now it can do things?
You know, I wish they kind of talked more about the Infinity Stones throughout the previous movies instead of just rushing. You know, what was Thanos doing this whole other time, these 10 years? Why wasn't he going after the Infinity Stones then? Why not, have, Thanos get one Infinity Stone at the end of Iron Man 2, get one at the end of, Civil War, instead of just like rushing all these Infinity Stones in a 2-hour movie?
Well, would that count as a spoiler?
That he gets Infinity Stones?
Yeah.
Oh, of course he gets some of them. We won't say how many he gets, but he definitely gets a few of these.
Well, you can see in the trailers that he has 2. He has 2 in the trailers, so right off the bat.
Well, you know what
he's getting 2.
You know what would have been great? What they could have done in one of the post-credit scenes, just to at least set up the concept that Thanos is actually coming for the Infinity Stones. You could have seen him get one of them in one of the post-credit scenes, and then like maybe hint at the Infinity Gauntlet in another one. But don't show him getting all of them in the post-credit scenes, because
the thing is
he showed up with one. He already had one by like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, how did he get that one?
They explained it in the movie how he did. I won't say because that's kind of spoilery, but they did explain how he got the first stone, and you see him get another one, and so on and so forth with other ones that he did or did not get.
So all in all, the action was great. It's probably the best action in any Marvel movie.
I was let down by like when you see in the trailers this big Wakanda battle that's going to happen. It's like, I thought that was honestly underwhelming. I was expecting more from that. Mm-hmm. What eventually came to pass with that turned out to be awesome. I just got annoyed with that. I was also kind of annoyed with, and I'm going to say this straight up, everyone cheers for all the Black Panther characters, but I bet you if I asked anyone in that movie theater to name the characters they were cheering for, no one would know their names. I asked, we went to see a movie with Hannes Vega, and she was like, oh, they're representing power and everything. I'm like, great, what's their names? And she had to look it up. She had to look them up. She had no idea.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, because there's one scene, and
it is a very bandwagon-like for that
movie. It's very bandwagon, and my whole thing is everyone's praising
it's not even that good of a movie. It was good. It
was an excellent movie, but like it's not. It doesn't come out over the other ones.
Blade was the first black superhero.
Spawn was before Blade.
There you go. There's even more. We can really keep going with this. So let's just leave it at that. So that just annoys me. That's not even the movie. That's just the fandom. So people need to calm down.
Well, listen, there's a scene in the movie where Captain America appears, and he got a pretty good ovation, if not the biggest pop of the night. And then literally the second after that, the Falcon comes, and nobody cheers for him.
Yeah.
This is pretty funny.
Well, because nobody cared about the Falcon.
Exactly.
Why not? Why not?
He's not
See,
interesting. We know nothing about him.
what do you mean we know a lot about Falcon?
Oh, what? He has wings? Whip-de-doo.
No, they said the whole movie, Winter Soldier. They went all in depth on Falcon.
Yeah, but there's nothing I really, cared for.
We learned
Really
a lot
stood
about
out to me.
Him and War Machine, are just two like.
Well, War Machine, we still don't know which War Machine we're dealing with
Yeah,
here.
but they're
okay?
absolutely-
Don Cheadle, not Don Cheadle. What's
It's
going
been
on?
Don Cheadle for a while.
I know, but I'm saying is that character in the first one, is it exactly the same?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
So just copy and paste the face.
Yeah.
What you're saying? Okay.
Kind of like what they did with Katie Holmes and Maggie Gyllenhaal in The Dark Knight.
Ah, great analogy there.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. I really did.
They're definitely support characters. They're just characters you're not really supposed to focus on.
Yeah.
However, I love War Machine. I would love to see more of War Machine,
That was one of my favorites as a
especially in that fight. Oh my god!
Yes, War Machine, and it's very funny because of the dynamic that right off the bat you get from Rhodey and Sam in this movie. That's one of the best character chemistry. You could see it right off the bat. These guys liked working with each other. I can't wait to see them work on stuff in the future, either it be other movies or anything. I'd love to see these two guys.
I like Anthony
together.
Mackie. I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah, and he's really funny in his interviews, talking about like Tom Holland and stuff. He's hilarious. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
He calls Tom Holland like a little like prima donna. He says that everywhere that Tom Holland goes, he needs like an entourage, and they just totally rip on Tom Holland.
He was great in the movie.
Yes, he absolutely was.
Spider-Man.
Yes, Tom Holland.
It's so weird to hear him talk in interviews because I forget he's British.
Yeah.
I forget that
Him
all
and,
the time.
and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, well, I knew Benedict Cumberbatch was British,
but still, when he does a great New York accent.
yeah, he does.
Really good, better than us.
Well,
and we're from New York.
Well, Joe, I want to hear you do a British accent one time.
don't.
Maybe you can.
I can do Australian pretty
There's
good.
a lot of people that are foreigners that do superheroes, whether it's Christian Bale as Batman.
When you think about
He's
it,
got a
though,
Chris Evans.
what?
The guy who played Superman, Henry Cavill, or Cavill. however you say his name.
Yes, another. He's a bloke.
He's British. That's super weird. Superman, like the most
like the Captain America equivalent.
He's one of the most iconic American heroes, and they got a British guy to play him.
And he missed the call because he was doing a World of Warcraft raid. I'm not even kidding.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was doing a World of Warcraft raid, and he was like, "There's no way they're going to cast me for Superman." So on the callback day, he was raiding, and he just skipped the phone call.
So he's a nerd like us.
Nothing gets in the way of raid night. Just saying. Yeah, there was a lot of really awesome moments. I will say,
I didn't like the ending.
I liked the ending. I think it was.
Didn't like it.
I think it was good.
I didn't think it did this. It didn't have the same effect on me that it did on a lot of people.
There's
People are like, my childhood. You made me cry, Marvel. I wasn't upset at all.
I am happy with. The only thing I was really upset about in this movie was the post-credit
scene stunk.
Yeah, we got to see Samuel Jackson almost pull one of the most iconic things of all time.
It?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, but
I
you
just
mentioned his name.
Yeah.
We all know who he plays.
Yeah. But Samuel Jackson. We almost got to see him do one of the most coolest things. That was post-credit, okay?
Joe, I hate you.
Has nothing to do with the main story.
Joe.
It has nothing to do with the main story.
Yes,
What's the one thing you would like to have seen in this movie? Because I already got mine.
Adam Warlock.
Who cares about him?
No, okay, I'm kidding. Not really. Even though they did tease him in Guardians of the Galaxy
They
2.
did, and they didn't even mention him in this one.
Actually, no. In the first Guardians of the Galaxy, they teased him. And then the second one, they were like, we will make Adam.
Yeah.
And just, like, never shows up. Even though in the comic books, he's, like, the biggest threat to Thanos ever.
Maybe we'll get him in the Avengers 4. I would like to have seen, just imagine off screen you hear, like, the X-Men theme song.
That's what I was thinking.
And you just hear, and the claws, and Wolverine just comes out and starts attacking.
He starts cursing and screaming like in Logan.
It'd be amazing.
He starts screaming and cursing like in Logan.
I guess
you see the little girl come out too? Oh, that'd be awesome.
Or like someone's dying on the floor and you just see a hand and you just hear, "You all right, bub?"
Yeah, oh my god.
Like,
I think the audience would explode.
oh yeah,
I would go.
I would have.
That should have been a post-credits.
That's what I was hoping.
It would have been a cleanup and row, whatever.
What if we saw in the middle of the movie, the Fantastic Four, but like the original Fantastic Four. So like Chris Evans is now like the Human Torch. It's just like Jessica Alba is like there. What's the other guy?
Michael Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis' thing.
And then other guy.
Yes.
As Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
I think that
How
the
about
MCU
Doctor Doom as the post-credit scene?
Because Doctor Doom's the biggest Marvel villain of all time.
You know, like you just see like a guy sitting in like a chair is like, I'll never let something like this happen again, and it's just like you just see like Doom.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. We need to get Doctor Doom because Doctor Doom is
good
the
Dr.
best.
Doom.
He's the best villain in all of Marvel, along with Magneto. If you could get those two somehow working together in one movie against Captain America and Wolverine and all those guys, would
Although
be
I
amazing.
do love what they've done with Thanos, you know.
Thanos-
He's great. He really stole the show.
I will say the motive for Thanos, what
Yeah.
he's doing is the same thing that he's done in the Infinity War comics. However, his motive is drastically different, and I love what they've done.
Yeah, he's not just a typical, I'm going to take over
Yeah,
the
he's just not
galaxy.
evil because for the sake of it. He's evil.
He's got a reason.
I wouldn't even say he's evil. You know?
Well, it's very morally gray. We only have 4 minutes left, so let's go over our top 3 characters to watch in the movie if you're going to go see it. Top 3 characters to keep an eye for, because as we said, the story jumps from character to character, from group to group. So, Justin, what's
From
your...
Groot to Groot.
Ah!
Good answer.
break.
Good answer. Hit the button.
So my top 3,
Get us outta here.
number 3 would be a surprise character. That was. I'm not going to give away who it was, but that to me was probably my favorite moment of the movie.
Is his name?
No.
Is his name on the color wheel somewhere?
Shut up. Yes.
Okay, well that's a lot of people.
Number 2.
We are, of course, talking about the Silver Surfer.
Oh my god, that'd be great. I would say I really enjoyed Thor.
Yeah.
Thor.
I've become such a big Thor fan.
Thor takes your number 2. I like
Especially from Ragnarok. I think, he's one of my favorites, if not my favorite.
Goodbye.
Yeah, he
morons.
really.
And I really enjoyed Thanos. I thought Thanos was the best part of the movie.
Really?
I thought he was
Yeah,
interesting. Every
Thanos-
scene he was in was really good.
Thanos was unbelievable. He's such a multi-stage villain now. Like he was kind of like a two-dimensional character in the comic books, but now he's got mad depth.
I
Yes.
can't wait to see what they do with him.
Like
Colton, name your top 3 characters.
okay, my top 3 obviously Thanos because
in order, so
Yeah.
people know. So Thanos number 1 or 3?
Thanos number 1.
Number 1? Okay.
So just because
Way to build it up.
I love the villains. Those are my favorite characters in all movies. And if you can do a villain correctly, then it's mwah, excellent. All right, so then my next one would definitely be. This is going to be weird, but Rocket Raccoon.
He was really good.
He was-
Especially Redemption
yeah.
from Guardians 2, which he
Yeah.
really didn't play a pivotal role in.
My
He was
favorite,
very good.
my favorite thing is I love the Scooby and Shaggy adventures of Rocket and Thor.
Yes.
Like it's so fun. You know,
We can mention that, please.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It was in the trailer.
Yeah.
So
And
it's-
and your number 3 here?
my number 3. Let's see. Ooh, I never really thought about.
You know who's really good? Doctor Strange.
See, on my
Yeah.
on
Well,
my
Doctor Strange is always cool.
on my 3
Spider-Man would be my number 3 because there was one part of that movie where I was really hoping they were going to give Spider-Man a certain upgrade to his suit, and they did,
And that's
they
in the
did
trailer,
it so well, and it looked so good, and I had a panic attack in the movie theater. I was so happy, like, oh my god!
for me from my
Wait,
3.
it was in the trailer, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
We got Iron Spidey.
So for my 3, all I'm going to say is for my 3, I'm going to say Rocket Raccoon is number 3. The Raccoon was awesome in this. My number 2 is Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch was awesome. And my number 1 is definitely Thor. Thor stole this movie for me. Thanos I would put tied with Thor, but I'm going to give it to Thor just because Thor saw the most development besides Thanos being basically a brand new character. So there you go. And that's it for Nerdvana.
All
We're
right.
all done for
Next
this
week, spoilers.
Yes.
So go see the movie if you want to listen to next week's show.
You guys got to go see it.
I just.
We will see you guys next week.